So how much is Jackson using?
I think they're entertaining.
We track him in the summer for nearly 8 weeks, then add up his screen time. His average is 5 hours a day, but on many days it's twice that, 8, 9, 10 hours, mostly on YouTube. We haven't told his mom yet, but she sees it coming.
I do worry about the amount of time that Jackson spends on his tablet. He seems to prefer being on his tablet over everything else.
Meantime, 16-year-old Emily is trading sleep for social media.
I just get up in my room and I'm like, I'm just gonna check my phone quick before bed, and then I get scrolling and time keeps ticking. So.
Where I get concerned about Emily is when she's doing her homework. She's maybe frustrated it's taking too long and you can hear the phone going ding, 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 ding.
All those notifications have concerned experts taking notice.
So I already see an increase in heart rate after you took your phone.
Ah, that's something.
This is your marketplace. The real deal on your marketplace. If you ever want to know how much our phones are taking over our lives,
Here you go, it's recording. I don't know how to do this.
convince a teenager
Turn your phone a bit towards me.
to put her device down long enough to capture what's going on around her.
You're on TV right now. I'm recording you. What game are you playing, Jack?
Jackson is Emily's brother,
Geometry Dash.
and these are her friends.
This is sending streaks, everybody.
They're hooked on social media.
I have my phone on me all the time.
Remember, the more they do this, the more money for tech companies. But what's the cost to us?
If I don't have it, I feel like I'm not myself, I guess.
To find out, we're tracking Emily's phone use. For her and her friends, that means Snapchat.
Can I get a small chai tea latte?
They use it constantly to communicate, sending photos to each other, even when they're side by side.
I feel like it's just part of our lives now. Like everyone does it, and like it's something like every single morning you wake up and do it. Like
Before you get ready for school.
It's just a routine now, and like if you don't do it, then you're different from everyone else.
They call it FOMO, fear of missing out.
I just need to know what's going on, and I just feel like I need to answer before like I'm out of the loop kind of thing, so.
Especially group chat.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
yeah.
158 million people use Snapchat every day. So what keeps them so fixated?
My highest one right now is 643 with one of my friends from baseball.
Mine's 547.
551.
They're talking about streaks, the number of days in a row you snap a friend. Emily has a streak that's been going almost 2 years.
It's just kind of like now we have to.
That's called loss aversion. Something that started as a pleasure is now a prison.
Especially if it's over a year, then it's really intense and you have to.
Just another way app designers keep us coming back for more. The proof is on Emily's phone. There are days she's on it 5, 6, sometimes 7 hours, mostly on Snapchat. Days of picking up her phone 100 times.
I feel like before there were streaks, I went on Snapchat way less. It's just addictive, yeah.
I feel like that's what the Snapchat creators did. Like they made it so that now like people have to go on Snapchat like all the time. So that like, yeah.
That is why Snapchat did it, according to Ramsey Brown.
This is what we built that's actually going to show up on their phones.
He doesn't work for Snapchat, but does help smaller companies make their apps more addictive.
So if the game is all about keeping people on your app, then Snapchat with its streak is winning.
It's definitely in their business models as to get you to find a way to binge.
And while we're binging, social media is collecting info about us, targeting us with ads, and raking in the bucks. Together, these sites will make about $40 billion in ad revenue this year alone. It's a winning formula for them that may come with serious consequences for us. Anxiety, distraction. I notice it in myself.